This demo will take on the role of Sheila Edwards, who is going to have a fundamental shopping experience in Marketplace. She will not be acting as an owner or a technical owner. She will just be your average data consumer coming into the Marketplace and looking for data. Now, Sheila works in analytics, and she has been tasked with finding some billing data, some customer billing data, to do some analytics on location customer details related to billing. She might start out by having a quick look at the carousel, see what kind of data there is here. There's some customer master data, profile data, credit risk, maybe not to her liking. She could have a look and see what else is there. But fundamentally, because she knows she's looking for billing data, she's going to end up clicking into enterprise sales, the broad level category where it will probably reside. Now, we can see Sheila has a number of results from this search. We've got a lot of different enterprise sales data that may be of interest, but she wants to refine it. She's just browsing at the moment, but she does at least know that she wants data that's been highly rated. So she might refine her search by adding the 4-star and above filter. Now, there's only a few options there. Maybe Sheila needs to think about, are there any key data elements in her data set that she really needs in order for her analytics to be useful? One is profit center. So she can search in the glossary for that concept, and what that will do is make sure she is only given data sets, data collections, which have that attribute within them. And as you can see, these refinements have gone from looking at everything in the category to now there's only this one data set which might be suitable for Sheila to check out. So let's click into it for more detail. Immediately, we can see some key details around billing data. We can see, for instance, its purpose and its rating and its owners, as well as its category. We can also see that it's got amber data quality results on aggregate, and we can see how that breaks down across the different groupings. Maybe this would be a concern to Sheila, but perhaps the ratings would be enough to convince her that it is still useful. She's got a couple of colleagues commenting that it's very useful for analysis and giving it 4-star ratings. In order to make sure it's what she needs, she might double click into the attributes, where we can actually see everything that's contained within the billing data collection. As we can see, there's a lot of helpful information and a good level of data quality being monitored, but the only customer-related attribute is actually this customer ID at the top here. We don't see anything else to do with the customer, not to do with what kind of tier level of customer they are or what their kind of location is. Both elements are of interest to Sheila, so potentially this data collection is not quite what she is looking for. What she might do is actually go to see request a new data collection based on this one, as it's almost there, but not exactly what she needs. Sheila can fill out a justification which explains exactly what she is looking for. I'm just going to paste this one in. She's saying here, I would like to request that this data be enriched with customer details, including their address information and what tier of customer they are, so I can conduct analytics on location and profitability. Now, I'm not going to submit this live because I've actually set it up in advance, but I will imagine that I'm submitting this, and then what I'll do is take you to the next stage, whereby this request has been reviewed by the data owner. So this request is submitted, and then Sheila can track it via the My Orders page on her custom requests. This is the request in question, and imagine some time has passed. She is now getting a response to the request. Sheila can see that Sam North, the data owner of this collection, has come in, reviewed her request and decided that it's reasonable. He's said that he's happy to have it enriched with the customer details she needs and added back to the marketplace. Then a little bit later on, he's come back in and said, yep, this data has been added in for you, Sheila. Please have a look at it. But do be aware it's going to be subject to some more policy controls because it does in fact now contain that personal data that you asked it to be enriched with, which means, of course, that it's going to be impacted by privacy policies. We can see on this right-hand side panel here the similar data collection, which is the one that she first raised the request against, and also the newly created data collection, because Sam actually couldn't have completed this request, he couldn't have fulfilled it, without referencing the new collection that has been created in line with it. So Sheila can click into this to see if it has everything she needs. Immediately, we can see a good sign, which is that the data quality has in fact been improved upon. So Sam not only has brought this data in with the enriched details, but he's also had a look at the quality and made some improvements there. We can have a look as well at the attributes to ensure that it now has everything she needs. At first glance, we've got a lot of the same attributes, all of the same attributes as expected. But if we go down to the bottom here, just as she wanted, she's got the customer tier, she's got address information for the customer, and she can begin to be sure that this is going to be able to support the analytics project she's doing. Again, the data quality is looking good, and she can check the quality of these particular elements as well if she needs to. When happy with this, Sheila can go and check on the delivery method. Just as before, this is going to be provisioned via the AWS instance, via the S3 bucket in the data lake, which is just what she wants. That's the quick, easiest way to get access to the data for Sheila. So she's very happy with that. Unexpectedly, it doesn't have any ratings. Expectedly, it doesn't have any ratings yet because it's brand new, but she can, in fact, add a comment and does so, saying that Sam North has acted very promptly as the data owner, enriched another data collection with these details, and even enriched the data quality. So she knows that he's a responsible data owner, and she wants to let her colleagues know that he is a very quick to act and very helpful in this arena. Once she's happy with that, she might just glance at the policies, as he did warn her that there would be potentially some additional policies related. We can see on the usage guide that she will actually have to tick a box and agree to the personal data terms of use, because of course there is personal data in the data collection now. This is being pulled in relation to, of course, the things like the privacy of personal data policy and the data classification policy under which it is classified as personal data. So she can see the context of why she's having to agree to those terms of use and exactly what she will have to agree to on checkout. When happy with this, Sheila can check out the data collection. If she has been asking for data already today or recently, she might be able to reuse the last details because she's actually already requested some other data in relation to this. So this is going to pre-fill her business justification with her requirement. It's going to add her delivery target, which she is happy with. As we discussed, the data lake is the perfect place for her to get access to it, and also give a couple of indicators around time and project. Once she has done this, she will of course have to agree to the terms of use as expected. The submit order button will only become visible once she has ticked that box, because she is entering into a data sharing agreement with the data owners that she is going to treat the data as it should be in a compliant manner and not be breaking with any of their terms of use. She would submit this order, and again we're going to take a little time lapse here and imagine what would happen after the order had been submitted. Once sent through to the data and technical owners, and they had a chance to review and fulfill it, Sheila Edwards would receive a notification in her notification center to tell her of this. Here we can see that the access has been granted, and we can jump straight through, see that the access comment has the particular link in it. We can also see the full context of the order if we like. So since her business justification, the data owner has come in and said that it's approved and asked the technical owner to adjust the permissions in the appropriate way so she can access the data via AWS. And the technical owner has done so and provided her with this CSV file via AWS S3 download, where she can jump straight in, get the data, and download it for her analytics project.